Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see I'm working on a double page layout. These are photos from my trip to Chicago in June of 2022, and I'm not very far into this album yet, so this was early on. This was actually the evening of our first day there. We got there in the afternoon, so this was after we were settled and we decided to go have dinner, and I had been specifically looking for a dim sum place because I live in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. I have yet to find a dim sum place here that I really like. So if you have been to the area or are from here and you know of one, please tell me, because I've tried a couple and it's nothing to write home about. So if you have recommendations, please give them to me. But in terms of what we have here, I have already picked out the cards I want because I've had this sucker for a long, long time and have never been able to use it until now. So I'm very excited about that. So I do have that one in there. And then here, I happen to have this photo, which will be in the back. I'm going to have to do a photo flip because I have this as well. And I realize this isn't necessarily directly related to dim sum, but it's a card that matches. I think it's actually from the same set. And if I remember right, these are from In a Creative Bubble. So if you're looking for them, I have no idea if they're still available. Again, I've had it a long time, so maybe not. I know she discontinued some stuff, so not sure if those are available, but you can go out there and check if you'd like. But hopefully, since I have my cards picked out, this one's going to go pretty quickly, but who knows? Looking at this, I definitely want to work in some green because I have the chives here. The green onions, I'd like to have those worked in, but I haven't pulled out any of my food stuff yet, so I'm not exactly sure what I have in green that would match here, but who knows? I'll get out the bin and we'll just see what we find. All right, I went into my stash of food stuff, and these are the elements I found. I did have some phrases here, and I tried to pick colors that would match the photos. And then this is a very, very thin wood veneer. I think that is from Colorcast Designs, I'm guessing, because it's so thin and that's how they do their wood veneer. And then I have these over here, which are the only green elements I found. I really like this one. So I'm trying to figure out, can I work that in? Can I combine it with something over here? I'm not sure. Given the green I have in my photos, though, I may have to move some of those around in order to get this to look the way that I would like, which is fine. I'm okay with kind of messing around with photo placement. I'm a little disappointed though. I thought I had more stuff in green, like phrases. I had some, but they were very much like pizza related, so they don't go with this. I do have the option as well to just use the Project Life app, pick a green background, type whatever I want, and print it out. And I could do it in black to match this. I could use white font. I could do a mix, whatever. So I may do that if I don't find a combination here that I like. That's a little more time consuming, so I will only do that as a last resort. So I think I'm going to start with what I have here and just see what I can do. Okay, I think I have a plan here. I've mixed things up a little bit in terms of placement. I do want to use this element here. I really love it. And in order to make that work along with some other stuff, I mixed this up. So photos got moved around a little bit. This one's going to be up here by itself. And then with these, my flip is now going to be this one on top. This one will be what you see when you flip up. And then this one will be in the back of the pocket. And I did that because I want these to be across from each other. I really like the sort of peachy tone in those, and I don't want them to be next to each other in any way, and I felt like this was the best placement for those. So that's going to stay there, and then I'll build my pocket accordingly. And right now I just have, this that's going to go on top, and I'm not giving up on some of this, but for now I think that's going to just be my arrangement and the embellishment that I start with. And then I can also, I realized, stamp in here because I don't know what else I would do with those boxes. So I could stamp and put it in green if I really wanted to, which might not be bad because my journaling is always in black ink 95% of the time. So I will need to break that up with something. So maybe stamping in green here, and I have tons of stamps that have food phrases and things that I could do. So maybe stamping in green there is the best option. I'm working on putting my photo flip together and I want to show you something. I like to reuse scraps wherever I can. And on the one side of this, which I have already cut and scored, it's white. On the inside, it's actually this. This was from was it called graffiti or rust oxide? I don't know, something like that. I think it was from Ellen Viv, that paper kit. And I have tons of scraps left because I've already used a bunch. And I just throw the scraps in my extra stuff and wait till I can use it. This is a perfect opportunity because when I make the flips, they have to be slightly longer than 8 inches when I fold because I need to have a little give for where it's going to go over the top of the pocket where the fold is. So that means a little bit's going to show through. Here, I don't mind the green showing through because I'm trying to work in green anyway. Most people probably wouldn't notice it. But if they do, and when I see it, I won't care that it's a little bit of green showing. So when this is placed on there, there's a little bit there. I'm totally okay with that, and this works out really well, and it's a chance for me to use up scraps. I've picked out the stamps that I want to use. They have to be kind of tiny to fit in there, so I picked out this set. This is an old one from, I believe it's Technique Tuesday. So I plan to use one that says Eat Out and Dinner. And then I also have 2 choices for ink here. I love both of these greens. I think this one's probably going to be the winner, but I do like how bold this is. And maybe if I stamp once and then stamp away, this will be a better option. But I think the smart thing to do is test them. So I will do a test sheet and just see what I like, and then I'll go from there. Here's the test that I did, and you can definitely see the difference between the inks. The top one is the Wild Wasabi. The bottom is the Clover, and I think I'm going to go with the top one. I just think it looks much better with the green that I have going here. And I have to say, that's this one right here. I have to say, this thing, okay, I get the design of the newer Stampin' Up! Inks is that they want you to store the ink upside down. This way it is automatically, and then you just open up the top and flip it. I don't know if it's just me. I have RA, and it's gotten really bad in this hand, which is my dominant hand, unfortunately. It was super hard to open that. I had a heck of a time. This one I could just slide and flip it and it's fine. That's the older style. This, I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing something right, but that one gave me a lot of trouble. So I'm a little worried about the ones of these that I have. I think I have about a dozen maybe now. So a little concerning for that. We'll see if I'm able to continue to use those. But in any case, I'm going to go with this color. I completed my stamping. I'm very happy with the way that looks, and I definitely think that green was the right choice. But I feel like this is missing something here. So I have grabbed out my green phrases, travel phrases, and they are mainly geared for travel, but sometimes there's food things in there, and sometimes the phrases are just generic where it can work with anything. So I am going to go through those and see if I can find anything that's a good phrase for this. I am very glad that I decided to pull out those phrases and then I looked through them because I found this one. It just says good times, but that's perfect. It was a good time. It's green. I love that the background is green and the font is white instead of the other way. I think it'll just bring more color in there. So I plan to put it kind of right there towards the middle or maybe even up here. And then that might be it for this one. All right, I attached that so that is adhered to the photo, and then I put these in the pockets just to make sure I really like the placement of everything. And so this is how it will look, and then it'll flip up. And I thought maybe I'd need something here. I don't think I do. I'm not somebody who believes that you must have something on every pocket in terms of stamping or embellishments or whatever. So I don't think this needs anything, nor does this, because when it's closed, there's a lot of green happening now, and that's fine. So I think I'm just going to put this in the pocket here. Give it one last final perusal. Yep, and I like it. So here's another one done for Chicago. Thanks for watching.